Arshavin, your overall thoughts on the first day of the season for you?
Well, we had a lot of possession, but Liverpool defended very well, and we didn't create many chances. And after, we made it became even more complicated when they were 1-0 up. But we kept going, and we have shown that we're not giving up, And in the end, we came back to 1-1. What is overall a good result at Liverpool?
Could Manuel Almunia have done better on the goal, do you think?
Well, it's difficult to say that. I believe it was an outstanding shot in a short corner. Certainly expected on the other side. He touched it, but you have to give credit to N'Gog on that.
What about the sending off of Joe Cole? I know you haven't had a chance to see it again as yet, but did you have any view of it at all?
No, frankly, no. I saw that Koscielny had the ball, but after I didn't see the tackle of Joe Cole.
And what about Koscielny and Shamak's Premier League debuts? What did you make of their contribution?
Well, one has scored and Shamak has scored, and I think Koscielny had an outstanding game. For me, it was impressive.
Of course, the overnight news is that you've decided and you have now signed a new contract with Arsenal. Mm-hmm. Keeps you at Arsenal for another 3 years after the end of this season. Tell me about your thoughts behind that.
Well, I'm where I love to be. That means I love Arsenal and I want to do well for the club. And the club trusts me, gives me freedom to work. And so I just can be thankful to the club and everybody at the club. And I want to do as well as I can.
Does that mean Arsenal will be the last club side that you manage?
Well, Jeff, one day it will be. I think by showing that kind of commitment at my age, it shows that I will certainly stay at this club. After, when the time has come to go, I will go. But we live in a job where it's short term. It's good to have confidence of the club and a long contract. But what is the most important is that we do well this season. And after you assess, when you are such a long time at the club, you assess yourself and then you make always decisions.
You've said it before. You said Arsenal will or should win the league this season. What's different about this season? Why should supporters who are getting a little sceptical believe you this time?
Well, I think we finished third, and our ambition is to do better. That means second or first. You cannot say we want to do worse than last year, and I believe we can do it. We were not far away last year. And the competition is open and very interesting, but we have that ambition and we have that desire, and we have shown it again today. So let's start well and compete in every game.
Okay, very quickly, any news on a new goalkeeper coming in at all?
No.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
At the office.
Yeah, it was a bit disappointing, I suppose, to lose 2 points so close to the end, but I thought it was a remarkable performance after having to play all of the second half with 10 men against a strong Arsenal team. I thought it was a good performance to come so close to getting all 3 points and at least avoiding defeat. So I thought it was a sterling effort in the second half.
Was the spirit what pleased you most?
Yeah, I mean that and the organisation, the defensive. I thought the boys worked very hard to get some sort of defensive shape into the team, especially when we went down to 10 men. And funnily enough, even with 10 men, we created some quite good chances to score goals in the second half. So, when we were still leading 1-0 close to the end, you couldn't say that it was because we'd had a total rearguard action. In actual fact, we'd had one or two quite good chances of our own. So it was a good game of football. I mean, certainly a very exciting game of football for the opening game of the season. At the moment, I'm a little bit disappointed that it didn't lead to a fantastic 3 points.
Do you think the referee was correct to give Joe Cole a straight red card?
Well, I mean, certainly there's no intention from Joe Cole to foul the player. That's out of the question. He's throwing himself, in actual fact, to trying to block the ball from what I've seen on the TV images here. Now, I've got to say that in real time, it would have been very difficult for me to have a clear opinion about it. So, obviously those challenges where people throw themselves to stop balls being played down the line or played forward, and unfortunately there's a collision between the player and the defender. The referee often sees it as being a worse foul than perhaps it was, and certainly I'm pleased to see that the Arsenal player wasn't badly hurt in the incident anyway, because he was able to play the full 90 minutes.